Welcome. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Yep, we're here again today, making it work for all of us out here. What should we talk about today? What kind of things do we talk about? Pretty much everything. I used to say let's stay away from politics. I think we'll still kind of stay away from politics if we can. With the news and everything all tied up, we don't need to get stuck on the news. Name here is George Miller, and that's what we're here to do. Talk about it. If you have something to talk about, maybe your story out here in real life, see what's going on. Yes, I'm in avatar form, but when you come in, unless you have something tied up with your computer and your camera and so forth, you won't actually be in an avatar at this time anyway, right? We'll teach you down the road if you wanted to come in as an avatar, how to do that. But essentially, you're coming in and talking with me. And how to do that is you go to GMinteractive.com. Okay, GM Interactive right here, GMinteractive.com. And on the front page or any yellow TV you actually see on that website, yeah, you're probably hearing me at YouTube right now and so on. But if you, and you can stay there, make sure it's all happening. Over in the comments, when I'm not on an introductory right now and so forth, I actually get over there. Down the road, people that know what's going on can actually help me in hang out here a little bit by following the traffic on the different YouTube sites that we're on. We bring them right into the studio here. I'm actually in a studio making this happen. GMinteractive.com. And on that front page, underneath that TV that's playing, I guess you got to push the button to play, right? Anyway, on the TV that's playing, there's a blue button across the bottom. Tap that blue button, brings you into the studio. And that's the part that I'm kind of watching right close right now. And really during the whole program, I have 3 screens here. I kind of watch what's going on. You actually come behind stage. You don't jump right on here. And it will look something like this. Let's see if I can do this right. Hmm. Not working. That's okay. We'll get it working. When someone comes in, apparently I have to have someone come in to actually make that happen. Oh, we can go like this. There you go. They'll be lined up across the bottom as they come in. And we start talking to each other. I keep saying I'm going to make a prompt up. One of the prompts is to get me smaller so we can have everybody actually take up the whole screen. We can make that happen too. It's just a matter of me doing some little programming ahead of time. So today's topic, let's see, what kind of topic can we make? How about celebration? The word celebration? What does that mean to you? What do you do if you wanted to celebrate something, like a birthday or accomplishment of some kind? Celebration. Happy times, good times, exciting times, quite a bit of exciting times, right? And maybe what a celebration is actually about. It's about celebrating somebody's accomplishment. How a group of people acknowledging what somebody did. Maybe hand them a trophy. Most of it is just acknowledgement that, by golly, you did it. Let's celebrate. So there's many ways you can celebrate. Maybe, well, I know darn well everybody in here is going to, well, everybody that comes in is going to talk a little bit about celebration. When's the last time you had a celebration of some kind? We're looking for stories. We tell stories to each other to get to know each other a little bit better. How's life treating you? Everything okay? Hope so. um, I've been thinking real serious on, well, see, now I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you guys to come on in. Go into GMinteractive.com, like you see right there, and press that blue button right below the player and come on in. Or you can actually come, go over to the chat room on wherever you're finding us at YouTube. There's 3 different areas, I guess, that's over there, 3 different businesses, 3 different accounts, there you go, that have a chat room that's playing this video right now, live. Introduce yourself. It's just you're not signing up for anything. There is a little thing there, what we want to call you, so we can have a little plate underneath your, your avatar or whatever they call it, I guess, that little circle, your camera. And let's talk about celebration. But meanwhile, as long as I'm in an avatar here, I can actually create some action on Breathe Resort. This is Breathe Resort. I'm in what we call number 2 house. Nobody lives on here. This is just happens to be in a good location that we can keep an eye on on our welcome center right over there in the corner. If anybody shows up, we'll know about it. Even here on the show, that white screen or white little square on the bottom left-hand corner of the page, if somebody comes on our property, their name shows up down there. Now, my name's not on there because it doesn't show your own name. If you happen to be an avatar, you'll understand that right away. It doesn't show your own name, but it shows who else is on that region or some smaller region. Either way, we'll keep track of that for you on the radar or a people window. So I guess I'm teaching you a little bit. You notice there's all kinds of buttons around this square. Now I'm going to take away this GMinteractive.com because I want it to be bigger so you guys can actually see what's going on. Take a banner off. There we go. Put this back to full screen. But you'll see banners across the top, or I mean, my buttons across the top and the bottom for controlling this. You'll also see if I walk, buttons are going to show up on my arrows down at the bottom right. See all the arrows? Now, I'm not pushing that on the screen. That's just to show you what could happen if you wanted to push on the screen, or I'm actually using my keyboard for this, for arrows to walk around. I can tell that I'm talking in world and in the studio here. We recommend everybody to come through the studio to make things happen. If you are an avatar, still come into the studio first. And then I have a really clear audio on you as we go through the store, the show. On my notes here, I'm thinking of maybe talking about the store that we have on property. And then I got to thinking when I walked back here, see, we're back over here. Okay. Thought we might go for a helicopter ride. Give you an idea, this place is a lot bigger than it looks. And I don't see, there are several different, this is a new helicopter to me. I can drive it, and it has more people inside. Right? There's a barrier right here, but there's people inside here. I can hold 5 more people there, and of course, a passenger up front. That's 6 plus myself. But let's see here. I like this one over here. It's a four-seater. I'm counting as one, so it's for 3 other people. And it's in my backyard. So let's go down here and take a trip in a helicopter. And I hope my audio is up and running a little better, or you know, a little bit above the noise of my blades going. I can just fly straight up and out. Gives you an idea that world can be just like it is in the real world, a little bit different, but we can represent the real world out here quite well. Each avatar is a real person. I can zoom into my cabinet here, or my cabin, so you can see all my gear and all that stuff. But it's a lot easier to watch as we go like this here. We can stop on a dime if you want to take pictures in here. We can do that. Let me get up higher. You can see our lookout area above the waterfall. Okay, we do have a little ride on this lookout point. It's called the Spider. They had a fair or some event anyway going on, and I got that Spider over there for free. A lot of things are happening for free on the Open Sim world rather than in a Second Life position, SL. You'll hear people talking about that a lot. You don't have to be in SL or know anything about this if you wanted to come in as an avatar yourself. I recommend just come on and talk to us here. We can show you the exact way to make that happen. And you can learn it by some of the videos too. As time goes on, I'm going to go through a lot of that stuff. Look, there's even another helicopter there. Yeah, we'll even show you how to drive this helicopter around. Can we go faster? Yeah, but I want you to see what's going on here. And so on. As soon as you do get used to the controls, you can actually go pretty quick. Let me see if I can go up, give you an idea. Well, I wanted to actually keep this in focus, right? Something like that. We have a lot of water. Everywhere there's water. You see the different bridges? That's because we have a lot of people that do a lot of walking. You take walks. You can ride bicycles. You can ride horses around. We let that all happen in all areas. If there's no function going on, like right now, there's no function other than me on the TV show that's taking place at YouTube. There's no function. So you could ride a horse, and we'll do that on one of the shows too out here, is riding a horse. It's a quarter after. We're 15 minutes into the show. The show's only about an hour long. We find out that any more than that, sometimes interest is gone, and therefore we don't want to strain your life at losing an hour after watching a show. We make things happen out here. Celebration. What kind of things can we celebrate? Mariners, our local Seattle Mariners baseball, are doing good. They just had a celebration the other day, last night. Might even have another one tonight. Just different things are happening. The end of the season, where you're going to end up in the qualifications for all the playoffs and so forth. But this is our helicopter. And different boats. The bridges now will open up. They're down close to the water because you want to be able to walk anywhere. So on these bridges down here, if you see a red dot, it's a long bridge. That means it's split in half. But you just touch the bridge, left click on the bridge, it will open up. I think I can do it from up here. Yeah, look at that. And you don't have to do it, and I'm stopped, of course. But you don't have to do anything just to open it. There you go. Click left, and it will shut automatically after a period of time. And it lets you through, and then it will shut. There's one. And the other one will go. How about that? Now, this is my arrow up here, so it kind of did it on its own. And the different areas that you can go to. So if you really knew how to fly this thing, you could, over here, come in actually where there's a helicopter sitting. They're throughout the whole area. But at the end of this, let's see, I'm going a little quicker. Right? Okay. Down here at the end of the ramp, see the helicopter down there? And sometimes I line them up over in here. So if you see a helicopter, you can make that happen for you. Now the border right here, the helicopter can actually go through that border and fly to your region, right? If you had a region going on over here, you can do that, or a friend's region. Maybe open up the map and say, where are you located? Follow that around. Recommend if you're going to do that, might as well use the mini map. Okay, because then you can tell right exactly where you're at. This is me here. Look at on the mini map. Watch. Let's see. Let's get rid of that one. There's your mini map. But you can see where the arrow. See how which way I'm looking and which way I'm going to go. Right? We're teaching you how to make this happen. And you use your arrows just like you're walking. Right now we're in what, first gear? Or actually it's called hover mode, so we're not even in gear right yet. We're still in hover mode, just kind of taking it easy. I recommend you open up your nearby chat right here. Now we're in 15 knots, so that's the first one. A little quicker. I still am using my arrows, but I am now in gear. And I see my next door neighbors are starting to res the closer I get to their area. In fact, right there's our train. Look at our train, almost straight down. I'll back up here a little bit. Okay, see the train? Kind of making that work. Can we go outside? Sure, we can go outside, go across the border. Okay, we'll go down a little bit closer to the trees here. But we're going across, and I know that I'm across when I get the money exchange, right? When we get on the other side. Right there, that black is just showing me that that area is now connected, and I could buy something if I wanted to. That's how I can tell I went across the border, right here. And there's borders, but you can go across borders. This helicopter's quicker than you think. There's a train right below us. I'm going to go back and see, going back across. You see how I'm going across the border there? And the black shows up because we have, even though it's the same, it just shows me that, yes, they're still using Wolf Territory's money. My nearby chat down here in the center, because I'm flying this time, I put it down underneath. You can move that around. But it shows you all the different things and how big each area is. Balloon Island. Okay. Remember over here on the left-hand side? Remember that? That's our HUD. Don't forget to get the HUD. The HUD itself is for the Breathe Resort, not for the helicopter, but make that work. Now, I'm not wearing that helicopter. I'm actually in the helicopter. So if I hit one of these things, my avatar would jump to it. So obviously I would not want to use the HUD to move around per se. But this down here, okay, cool stuff. That's where we can have meetings. Events can be there. I could speak to a group of people, a little bigger group, visiting the region if they want to be filled in on the new thing that's happening. Like this show's going to have to go in there at one time or another to actually introduce the show. So I'm getting my feet wet, if you will, learning some of the buttons on all the areas to make that happen before I have a full show in world on what's going on. So there are some avatars, even my close neighbors out here don't even know that I'm live on YouTube. If you look up at the top, I believe it says, let's talk about it 006. So this is our 6th show. Learning how to move around. Showing you can fly a helicopter, going ups and downs. What the resort looks like. There's another house. We call that House number 1, it's actually exactly like we have on house 2 that we started out on. Right? Got a basketball court in the backyard on that one. Anyway, we have a new area that's not really completed yet. I'm still working on a lot of different stuff. And I'll complete it before I start something else up. Right here's the area for horses if you want to look at different horses and be able to maybe ride horses. Many different types of horses, looks and so forth. This border here is actually bigger than where that outside railing is on the resort. Goes all the way out to that lighthouse out there. That would be the very corner, would be the southeast corner. Or if I was to look up this direction, 4 sims away, I have the center of that going up. That's the east side of our boundaries. It's still called Breathe Resort, so I just don't have anything out here. We could down the road actually put houses down in this area, bring the land up and make that happen. I do everything for free, so if we had a lot of requests on making that happen for you guys, we can do that. Some people have a charge, but that's okay too. And I'm out pretty far, so let's see, that's 3 sims. Let's see if I can stop. There's, first of all, we get me to the stopping mode. I got to slow down a little bit. Okay, see hover. And remember, if I turn around, it actually puts a little bit even in that. Oh, and look at I forgot about my other map. See my map up here? That's actually looking at this map in mini form, so I could ride the helicopter. That boat is going to be set up. It's actually being, that boat there is the one, it's north of the real boat. I have a scripter looking at that. We're having difficulties on it, so we're getting it fixed. Okay, there's the real boat there. The different fairgrounds that we have. The fairgrounds, I'm lining things up. There's a lot of stuff that does not work yet properly. It's still open. You can walk around down in there, but you'll find things that are not working. A lot of the merry-go-rounds and things on this end are working okay. But it's fun to make things happen on your own. Say you want to just take it easy. You're necessarily not a builder, and you just want to see what type of stuff you can do in a open sim in world out here. A lot of people actually started their virtual world communication with people, things like that, on Second Life. And I'm trying to help you guys out here realize you don't even have to go through Second Life first. You could start out here and show you the different areas. We have 2 different welcome centers. This right here happens to be the East Gate because, like I say, in open world, we have all this set up. Okay, we have all this set up that you can come from other grids. OpenSim's been around for a little while, not a long time, but a little while. A couple of years now. Actually, about what, 6, 7 years? I don't know, off the top of my head. I feel it feels about that much. I was around when they said, "Oh, OpenSim, this is this, that, and the other thing," and they're going to have the different grids. You can actually get yourself really involved and get into owning a grid yourself and taking care of the management part of how this all works. But not everybody can do that. Got to be talented in a lot of areas. I tried it one time just in my own, um, my region here, and I couldn't do it. I didn't have the computer power, if you will, or even the knowledge of setting it up properly. I got it working, but in fact, I got it working better than some of the grids doing it. But then I ran out of sources and the knowledge, and really I found Lone Wolf in his Wolf Territories here really knows a lot and could help us out. And when I've came aboard and make things happen, see how I can wiggle around slow, or I can go up in speed. If I go up, you just same as the boat, you shift right, and now I'm on 15 knots. Okay, or 20, 40, 50, right? As long as I don't push that button forward. But let's see, look at this. I can turn. If I was to go forward now, see, I can go pretty fast. And I can go faster than 60 knots. I think it goes, I don't know. I haven't got brave enough yet. But then going down with your left, down to hover. Got to be in hover to stop, right? You got to actually, if you hit page down, actually, it's like a break, right? Page down or page up for going down, right? Like this, and going up like that. Either direction will actually put you into a stop mode. You're still hovering and not necessarily going anywhere. But if you use your arrows, you can go real slow at the very beginning to kind of learn how everything works, right? You can still go up and down, make things happen for you, turn in any direction you want to drive what you want to do. This is the north end where the ship is at. It's to represent our north side of things. Ships on the north, welcome is on both east and west. On the west side, it's down at the bottom. On the east side, it's pretty much in the middle, close to the middle. Big blue on Harmony Island. That's Harmony. We do a lot of walking. There's my office here. Maybe I can go real slow through the office. That's where I've started the last couple shows. Go up there, third floor right there, right? In fact, they're labeled. I forgot I did that even. And we're just hovering, so we're just going kind of forward here. That's a half an hour into the show, a little over a half hour into the show here now. It's a talk show. Yes, I can use this to help people understand what Breathe Resort is all about. But the show itself is set up to help people in their life, where we can talk to each other, tell each other stories about what we're doing in real life, right? Let me sit here. Let me go up. Huh? Remember being in there on the other shows? Third floor? I can actually land this on top of, on top and then go down the floor. Different things that take place. About a little over halfway on the show here. We're looking for people, and we'll mention it one more time. How do you come in to the show to either ask questions and so forth, or make a comment? If you want to make a comment, do it on the YouTube chat room if you want, or even the comments down below during the show, because I'm pushing a lot of buttons and so forth. I thought I missed the person the other day because I was really trying to stay ahead. I'm doing this. I thought I missed someone the other day, but remember I had to get going after the show. So after an hour of being on, they came about 10 minutes late and made comments. And that's okay too. But they're not back today on coming in. And even that's okay. Let's see if I can go. Let me go get into forward mode here a little bit. Let's go out here. That's our dinner boat. Let's see if I can get down. Oh, I can still go down, but I'm still going in my speed, right? Go to hovering down, I'd stop. As long as I turn left here. But down will make it stop. This is kind of our airport area. If you land in the water anywhere out here in the water, you could put your float your plane over here and make things happen. We have a little landing strip if you can land your plane okay on land there. You can make that happen. I have not set up an actual strip for that because I do not fly the airplanes as good as I can on the helicopter. And I can control them better. The airplanes, apparently, they're harder to fly. So they start off in a really slow mode. And it's almost too slow, even for my shows and stuff, to show people what's going on. That seaplane is pretty slow. I guess I'm made for speed, guys. But there's our dinner boat. See if I can get down closer. That's where I can have 4 different couples, mainly made for dancing, right? There's a dance ball underneath the screen. Our band can play on there if they want. They can even video themselves if they want some songs, and we can play them. Mostly I actually get that from YouTube concerts. And we get out in the water out here, and even past these areas, there are water and everything works. So we could go for a ride. That's what the huge boat over here on this end is all about, is taking people for a ride throughout all of the area. Lone Wolf, our manager of and owner of the grid, the full grid itself, he's trying to set up, or actually is in progress already on setting up a railroad train. Figure that out, guys. A railroad train to take the railroad from one area to the next areas and be able to have people that want to use this as a role play area throughout. I guess that's what we're end up doing. This is a role play resort. And an open sim on a new sim like this, on a new grid, a new area, rather than Second Life, people getting away from Second Life because of pricing. We have a lot of people building their own stuff. So they get tied up. Like right now, I spend a lot of time creating what we want to create out here. This whole place, remember how big it is? We'll go up in the air a little bit. Remember how big this place is? It's 64 sims. It's an 8x8. I'm into over 10 years putting this together. I love to talk to people. Come in, kind of make it happen for you. The brand new person. I love brand new people that are looking for information, that are curious about stuff, that are winners in life and make things happen for them. Show them how. And because there's so many different things that you can do in an open sim or an open world like this, everybody can show you a different aspect of what can take place. And Lone helps you out just like I'm helping people out on the little resort here. Lone can take care of whatever your needs are as a person that wants to build your area. Make sure he knows what you got going, what you want to have happen. And we can make that happen. I had a little place, for instance, to give you an idea, on another grid. And it worked out very well. And as time goes on, that grid or that area that I was in, she wanted to do different things. And that's what's nice about OpenSim. You can do different things. Even when other people are living on your land in a certain area and so forth, you can still do other things out here. I got on 20 knots. That's why it's jumping around quick. Anyway, I guess what I'm saying here, let me go back down to hovering so I can. This area, or this little island I made, is as big as I had on the other. It's the same dimensions, maybe a little bigger because it's got water around it, and I, not measuring the water, but the actual land. And I tried to duplicate it as best I could, but it's my version of what I had over there. Because I didn't want to lose it. So I put it out here in the water. Let's say you came aboard and you'd like to help out with Breathe Resort out here to understand a little more. And the more you knew, the more it's like, wait a minute, I can build something like this too. And I give you the opportunity. Well, why don't you do this then? As a person that wants to get somewhere, right? Let's go out. I'll show you how to make a little island. Why don't you make an island out here? Kind of do it all for free. I'll maybe give you an area and build an island for you. And then you build on that island. You say, wow, okay, I kind of like that. And after a while, everyone wants to get something bigger, more of. That's okay. At the same time, you'll be actually working with Wolf each and every day, just if you want to. Now, he's over in the UK, so I don't have many waking hours to actually talk to Wolf, because my day is his night and his night is my day. but it works out because we still have that, and we still have his team communicating what's going on and making that happen for us. You might even be over in the UK because it's around the world, right? It's just like our internet. You might be over there in the UK and say, you know, I'd like to do that kind of stuff too. And then I would be scarce to you during the days, your days anyway, would be my nights. There are times though that actually I'm up all night working on this type of thing. So, I mean, you know, we work together and see what's going on. But then you would have more contact to Lone Wolf than I would, and be able to learn different things. What do I do if, and so on. So that kind of gives you that idea. We only have about 15 more minutes left. I know this hour goes by quick, doesn't it? You know, if you actually want to learn about this kind of stuff. I don't know what my plans are today. Sometimes they change and I can't stay on. I guess I'm going to stay on a little bit. So even though the show ends, you could still use that blue button to come on in here. I'll talk to you and take you for a tour special without going on the air to YouTube, because our show will be over with, but it'd be the same blue button. If you go to GMinteractive.com underneath the player, you'll see that blue button I'm talking about. Come on in, talk. In fact, on the bottom of every page, let's go over here. On the bottom of every page is a blue button underneath some of the links at the bottom of a page on the internet. And that blue button will bring you into this same area. If it's showtime, and you'll see that as soon as you come in, you'll see that right away, because it's a screen just like this, and it will say live on it. Top left hand, we've been on for 48 minutes and 15, 16, 17 seconds. Counting them all for you. So you can tell it's live and you say, oh, okay, well, I'm behind stage. You're not really on here. Just like right now, nobody is on here. Remember I said, if you come on, what happens is I bring you on and you come into this like this here. Underneath. We can hold up to 10 people. And when we're really good at it, you'll see as the season goes, as time still ticks away, that there's a lot of communications, and it's real easy to do, you know, because you're hearing me when you're watching. And if you wanted to come in, you come in. And if you don't come in. It's okay too. You might leave in the middle of a show. That's okay too. Because it's all set up that you make it happen. Okay. Let's see. Water. Oh, and our sports. Let's go down here. Right. Underneath our office here on this island. This is called Destiny. One that looks like a spider like this. It's got all some toys on there you can play on. I just got some what do you call them? Jet skis. So maybe on this terminal here that comes out from the center, I'll put a whole bunch of jet skis right there. So guys can play on a resort. My idea when I was talking to you about people are always building, if they have land on their own, they're building that land. Okay, let's stop here for a little bit. Here I am. They're building the land. Therefore, sometimes they don't get away. But you do learn when you do get away and want to go to other places. I'm looking forward to actually having a group of people, a community here. We do not have a community yet on our land. We got a community on the whole grid, but on our land, we don't have that set up because I was too busy making it. So what you do when you become an avatar is you understand that, by golly, there's so much to do. How do you have time to do all that? Well, you got to create time. You got to want. Got to have that need that dream. We help you dream a little bit. Just like anything in life, you got to practice on what's going on. If you like baseball season, you're a little more tied up than all the other seasons. If you're a football person that's just starting up football season, right? Your plans are a little bit different than they were last month, 2 months ago. If you're really involved, of course, it's year round, isn't it? For some of the guys that are practicing and different practice games and spend money moving around the country, making different things happen. So you got to spend time. You got to have that time happen. Celebration from one season to the next season. The sportscasters and the different people trying to announce the games change a little bit because they get to go on vacation or perhaps just stick around for the next season out here. Flying a plane, yeah, I'd hit that bridge if I'm too high or too low, depending on where you want to go. See if I can go under the bridge, huh? What you don't know is this helicopter actually flies underwater. It's not as good. The sound is different. The closer you get to the cabin here, I have my sound, right? It's easier to drive from a distance. What haven't I told you about that I can just, as we're last 5 minutes of the show, we're purposely kind of actually going through all of this for you. Tides, there you go. There's not many grids out here that the tides, the height of your water changes in real life, and they have this all set up where they actually change out here. Here, let me turn around for one more minute and speed up. Okay, and go in the air so I have a little more freedom, right? And I'm going over here to give you an idea. Okay, and now I'm going to slow down. a hover time or maybe even stop. That place straight ahead from the entrance, if you look down on the water, to the right of that little island right there, that's our wedding area, but to the right of that, the water is very shallow. It's made for canoes and so forth. Goes all the way around to that area, but it's pretty shallow. So as the water goes up and down during the shallow, goes down to no water in that stream. And I didn't like that because I have terraformed that land to look exactly how I wanted it. And I didn't want the tide, if you will, to go up and down in our area. But that doesn't take it away from everybody. Just in our area, our region, Lona's set it up to where we can actually turn that off. And I have done that. But when I go outside my area, right, or in between whatever, everybody's got that privilege to actually turn that off. This blue bubble is a globe, by the way. I haven't mentioned that. We have 3 more minutes. That's Christmas time, year round. Just walk through at the bottom. You can walk right through and into snow, and it's actually snowing in there. What if I can see that? I have to go in closer so I don't bump into things. I'll just pick this area right here. Real slow in hover mode. Right? And it's snowing in here. I guess what I'm trying to say is Lone works with every person out here. Doesn't miss a beat on giving you as much as he can on controlling your own land. You know? I don't see much snow on this right now. Maybe I'm up just a hair high, right? Let's find out. Let's go down the hair a little bit. We're even above Santa Claus's sleigh. Should be a house right below me. Yeah, let's go over here on the other side of this tree. Oh, they're pretty close together. It's not made for a helicopter to be flying in here anyway. Oh, there's some snow. See? Snow's around. I was just up too high. Making it happen for you folks. See if I can go down, just land this spot by the east side right here. We'll get outside the bubble. Even if we stretch it a little bit on our time frame. There, we're outside the bubble. And we can go down to the ground. Do I have a helicopter over here? No. Well, maybe I'll leave this one over here. Right? Okay. Now, when to quit now, I'd stand up. Right? I'm in hover mode already. I just stand up and it will stop. There's your helicopter. Buttons, pushing buttons, making it happen. just like our other welcome center. We have a welcome center here and all the different places. So I can actually sit down here without going to the different places. That video on the bottom gives you an idea of all of the places up here at top that you can go to. Same as our welcome center on the west side. This is the east side. If you need any buttons like this HUD or translator, I never talked about the translators, but you know what a translator is? Because we're worldwide, we have some people come in with any language. They can still make it happen for them. And you can talk to them now that you know about it. Okay, well, we thank you guys. Let's get back to me here. Thank you guys for coming by. Just to see what's going on, right? What do we do in the virtual world? A lot. You can go fishing on that boat. I don't have anybody in charge of what you're going to catch. But if we had that fishing experience, I have ways that you can actually, as a prize, as a fisherman, to catch a gift or anything like that. But you got to have someone in charge of that, or it's, you know, it's you. I personally want to have everything working. So everything on my region right now is working, except for the area I'm working on, and that is over at the fairgrounds right now. In fact, you notice I don't even have a button to get to the fairgrounds right now on that. Across the top are the different areas, so I could right here breathe here. I could jump over there because each and every person has links going across. You put your own links that you want, even over to who knows where, anywhere on the grid, or down at the welcome centers. You can jump from grid to grid. When you go shopping, same thing. From, you know, if you know where you want to go, or use a menu to get to where you want to go. So my name is GM Interactive. People do call me GM. What you've been listening to is Let's Talk About It. That's our show right there. We come on every day at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. 10 a.m. Pacific time. I try to be here every day. If I'm not here right away, it's usually I'm not going to be here for that hour. Down the road, I can actually have my staff, which I do not have a big staff right now. So if you are interested in this type of stuff, or maybe you should do this and maybe you should do that, man, I'm open. And with that, until tomorrow at 10 a.m., keep talking about it. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.